Hello everyone, Ziljin here with another episode of Let's Talk About Things. This is gonna be a random ass subject. Like home maintenance, not so much home maintenance, yard maintenance? I was outside, I was walking by people's homes and stuff. I wasn't trying to okay, basically, ever notice like how some people's homes, like when you're walking by their front yard, it's like covered in weeds and plants and trees, like everything's overgrown. Some of those homes, they look like they've been abandoned, like probably no one's living there, like abandoned lots and stuff. So you got like weeds all the way up as tall as a person. It's like, oh my god, that's disgusting. But you know what? The house looks abandoned. It looks like crap. It looks like nobody's lived there in decades. Hopefully, no one's living there. So okay, that's I guess that's fine. But there's also the homes that look really nice. You got cars parked in the garage. There's clearly cars parked in the garage or the driveway or whatever. There's clearly people living in that home. The house looks amazing, really nice bricks everywhere, like not like is it a fence or a gate or no, a wall? I don't know, but basically the perimeter surrounding the house, they got this nice brick wall, with those capstones or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know the construction or architecture lingo, but basically the house looks really nice, everything looks really nice, and then they got weeds all over the sidewalk, freaking at least all the way up to your stomach, like they're really tall. Like the weeds have flowers and stuff, like the grass and the plants or whatever. It's inside their home. I don't know. I guess there's soil, and then it just keeps on growing and growing all the way out into the street. Not into the street, but it's growing all over the wall. It looks just disgusting. The house looks really nice, except for there's crap everywhere. I'm not even talking about like those trees where like the government plants on the sidewalks. I'm talking about inside the property, inside their own dirt, inside their own front yard or backyard. They got potted plants or regular plants or just weeds, freaking weeds everywhere. The weeds on the sidewalk, that was crazy. Like, I'm just walking by, and then like, what the F was that? Like, I'm getting like, it feels like something touched me or something. I look down, it's like freaking weeds sticking all the way up into the sideway, all the way out into the sidewalk. Shit, how hard? I guess like when it's like a little tiny thing in the floor, you don't want to take care of it because you're lazy or whatever. But then like, it's so freaking big, it's like stretching out into the sidewalk, like brushing up and against people and stuff, with all the allergies and poison, and everyone's immune system isn't as great because they're living in a city. It's like, god damn, at least trim that at least trim that bush, yo. Okay, no, I'm not talking about human hair or anything. I'm just talking about the bushes and weeds and trees and grasses on the sidewalks and in your yards and stuff. And of course, this is especially touching topic because my neighbor, they got plants all over the freaking house, all over the backyard, all over and all over the front yard. Like everything is crawling into our side, and we have to buy like those tree trimmer or whatever to like cut some of it. It's like it's sprawling all over the phone line. It's like crawling all over the fence. And like when I look at the other side, because the fence is really tall. I was about to say really tall. The fence is really short. I don't know. Like it's up to my stomach or something, or chest. It's not, really tall. It's really short. It's not that tall. And basically, I could see onto the other side, the other neighbors, and the freaking. So the plants are everywhere, like sprawling throughout almost the entire neighborhood. It's almost reaching like the windows and the apartment behind us. It's like crazy. Like even on the trees now, there's like plants, like vines and stuff crawling all over the trees and stuff. It's like ugh. And sometimes I hear the other neighbors going like, "Oh my God, why doesn't this guy take care of his backyard? His house looks like garbage." Yeah. So it's weird because like, just take care of your freaking house, you know. One time I saw the neighbor spraying like the weeds in the front yard, so I thought maybe that was like a weed killer or something. But the weeds are stronger than ever. They're growing faster than ever. Was she spraying fertilizer or something? What the F? Like, the weeds were like this big, right? She could just yanked it all out. But nope, she's just spraying something. I assumed it was pesticides or weed killer or whatever. I hope it was. But now the weed went from this to all the way like, like this. It's like massive. Well, I guess that's not that big, but for a freaking weed, that's massive. Considering most of the weeds is like this big. I mean, like when the weed is like this big, you can see it. I just yank it. But no, like some of the people, I've seen houses where the weed is like as tall as your stomach, like definitely several feet tall, and it's like all over the sidewalk, all over the house, all over the front yard, backyard, etc. And now there's like freaking wasps setting up nests around my house. Try to keep on poking them away, destroying their nests, and they keep on coming back. I imagine it's because of all the vegetation from the neighbor, all the plants and the trees and etc. And sometimes even when they do trim it, they just leave it on the floor, which creates plenty of like fuel for the nesting materials for the critters and pests. Man, disgusting. It's just freaking so lazy. I don't understand why they don't take care of their house. And then my family has asked them to please trim the house. And, I mean, I'm not trim the house, trim the trees. They're like, "Oh, pay me money." Like, what the F? Why are you so cheap? I mean, there's an old ass man and his daughter, so I guess they're not exactly capable of maintaining the house or the trees or anything. But like during that hurricane or some severe thunderstorm, one of their massive trees got like broken and fell onto our property. So I guess they could afford only to pay to chop down that big tree, and then the small tree they didn't chop down. The smaller trees, they had like several smaller trees, I guess, that were grown from the big tree. They didn't chop it down. Now those smaller trees are freaking huge, massive, and they're all over their yards. Like, it looks like a freaking forest in their backyard, honestly. And the front yard is starting to become like a grassland. They have plants, like anyway, like some part is like just cement, right? But those parts they put potted plants all over the freaking place. So it's like literally as soon as they walk out, it's plants. There's even like vines growing onto the backyard entrance now. Freaking crazy. It looks like this, like the thing I saw in like, I don't know, was it Discovery Channel or something, some program about nature, and it was taking a look at a abandoned backyard, and it's like freaking, that did not look as bad as the neighbor's house. Like there were some trees and grass. This is like freaking the whole place. The whole freaking backyard is swamped with grass and trees and plants and vines and everything, and bees and birds and nests. Like every morning, like you can always hear birds chirping. Yeah, like so. My cousin can't sleep because his window is right next to the freaking backyard, so he can hear the birds chirping all day, all night long. God damn. I mean, nature is good, but there's got to be a limit, yo. Don't have the freaking whole backyard full of plant life. And they used to have cats too, and they weren't neutered or spayed or anything because they had like 2 cats or 3 cats or whatever. And then there's like, bam, they got dozens of kittens, and then like freaking the backyard smells disgusting. Like all that tree growth is or plant growth is probably from all the cat poop they had over the years. And the cats are just free roaming all over the neighborhood. And I, as far as I could tell, the cats never went inside. They're always living outside. That's kind of sucky, cause like freaking, it's so cold and all constantly raining and stuff. But I guess the cats might have enjoyed, you know, frolicking in the backyard and stuff with all the grass and trees and stuff. Yeah. Oops, excuse me. Just ate breakfast before recording this video. Yeah, so I don't really understand how hard could it be. I mean, like trees is really tall. I guess that's a little harder. So don't freaking grow a tree, or like try to manage it so it stops growing. But like freaking weeds and plants and stuff, don't have that all over the freaking place. That's just not safe. Wait, is it not safe? No, I guess it's safe. Nah, yeah, because it provides it attracts pests and stuff like flies and, or maybe not flies, but mosquitoes. No, but it attracts some kind of pest. All I know is like there's always like some kind of insect flying around. It's not the bees. Well, it also attracts the bees and wasps and hornets and stuff like that. But there's also some other stuff that's like a little small. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't like it. Maybe it's fruit flies. I don't know, because they like sweet things or something, pollen and stuff. But yeah. And I mean, yeah, so mostly I don't really understand why people just let their weeds and their plants grow all over the place, all from their backyard, their front yard, all the way into the sidewalk, into their neighbor's house, like into the neighbor's yards and stuff like that. Like, why? Like, you can't even go into your backyard like anymore because it's freaking completely overrun as a freaking forest. Yeah, so I think that's gonna be enough rambling. This one is gonna be a shorter one because I don't really, it's mostly a rant. I don't want to spend too much time on it and get frustrated. There's not much to really say except for that why it's mostly just anger, not anger, frustration towards the neighbor that I don't understand. And then I see other people doing the same thing, so I guess just some people are really freaking lazy, or they like having the house look like a forest. I don't know. I like playing games where you can like grow crops and like trees and stuff like that, but I wouldn't want to do that in real life. I don't want my house to be overrun with vegetation. Yeah. Oh, mostly because I have pollen allergies, hay fever and stuff like that, but also because it's so much maintenance and it's like freaking growing out of control. Yeah. Okay, so that's all the time we got for this episode. So hopefully everyone's enjoying this series. If you like or dislike this video, be sure to let me know down below. Subscribe if you have not already, and you can support me on Patreon. Maybe I could use that money to get the neighbor to cut down his freaking trees, right? Yeah, every dollar counts, every dollar helps. Okay, yeah, and be sure to comment down below if you like, do you help out with the weeds and the plants, you know, maintenance around the place where you live in, the apartment or house or whatever, you know, or does the landlord take care of it? Is there like freaking weeds, plants all over it, cracking out of the sidewalks and stuff like that? Yeah. How about your neighbors? Do they got any trees and weeds and flat plants and whatever sprawling into your side of into your place of residence? Okay, so as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.